Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager, the Underdog Challenge. And today we go to Germany for the Munich Grand Prix. So far, we're still in first. We're still allowed to dream, just like I titled last episode. Dream on for now, at least. 39 points clear of the Rossini and 20 points with Tulipano for the driver standings championship. So let's see what we can do. Acceleration, so the gearbox is going to be important. So is the brake set, but that will be a spec part, of course. So that's an even playing field. And then the suspension. So both the gearbox and the suspension isn't really our forte, but I think we can still make some moves, hopefully. As you can see, it might also rain during race day, so that could be very interesting for us. And it will be 32 laps with softs and mediums. Let's quickly have a look at our pit crew. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Anyone that has a mistake chance over 0, basically resting, is not worth it, to be honest. And let's do a quick interview. Avio Tulipano had to apologize to the representative from Black Sea today after he soaked her in a shower of champagne spray at the podium. What are your thoughts on this behavior? So I know this one improves your team marketability, but it hurts our relationship with our team owner, so we don't really want that. This one will make Avio a bit upset. I think maybe... Okay, this would have cost a little bit for the chairman, but not much, and yeah, Avio isn't too upset. That's nice. And yeah, that's it for now. Let's keep going ahead. Car repair is finished, very nice. And let's have a look then what we're improving. So we do have a rear wing on the way that we'll obviously want to work on, but that's done in 8 days. Our next race is already in 10, so probably that will not be something we can actually work with. This is already at 100%, so we don't really need to do anything about that. And we could get this gearbox up to 100%. That would be very nice, I think. Something like this. And for the rest, we can just work, to be honest, on performance. I don't think we need to really work on anything else. Pretty much everything else is at 99%, so I'm happy with that. We can definitely just weight strip. Since that new rear wing will come in soon, I think we'll skip this one for now. And yeah, the rest looks pretty good to me. So let's just keep improving our parts, and then I'm quite happy. Especially this gearbox getting to its maximum performance is very important, I think. So maybe actually, because we're already in the top 3 for the engine, so I think actually what we'll do is we'll stop working for now on the engines. And we'll only work on improving that gearbox to be as high as possible. And hopefully that will allow us to go a little bit higher up in the standings here. Because we're already in 5th and that bar is shooting up slowly. So let's see what we can do. And probably just wait like right here maybe. Some more news. Just a reminder, we're in first. Yeah, that's great. And the race report. 32 laps, 1 minute and 20 per lap, so medium length basically, 40% chance of rain, and that is about it. Current driver lineup, they are very happy with our drivers. Okay, well that's nice. We also have a new sponsor offer, it's just in the race bonus though, so that will not give us too much money. Though at the moment, money isn't really our main concern, of course. 94%, very good. And we're still in 5th for now, but that bar is slowly going up while we're improving, so that is interesting. Let's see if I... yeah, that is a lot better for a rear wing, so let's start working on that soon. But first, I think for now, we'll just keep working on this gearbox. That is a lot better, once we actually upgrade it, of course. That's nice. Probably will not make another rear wing. I don't know if we can even. We could if we do the random legendary component. So that is interesting, actually. Either way, I think we want to make one more illegal one. Because so far we've only made legal ones. So what we'll do at the end is probably do like... that one. And then do a legendary component. And hopefully we get something good. Yeah, that will be pretty good, and we have a lot of potential to go even higher, so Gonna be 12 days. Is there anything else we want to work on right now? I guess the suspension we could immediately use. So yeah, let's start working on the suspension. But we do have our illegal parts sort of sorted for what we want to do, so that's good. So we're gonna make one more rear wing, at least one more engine probably, and one more gearbox. And we'll have to see if we do anything else. And of course the suspension we're working on right now. As far as this goes, do we do anything else on these parts? Probably just let it go to 100% and work this way. Yeah, we're just gonna let it go. I think there's not much we can do on that rear wing already, so let's just keep focusing on the gearbox for now. And the higher it is, the better, of course. Reliability work is complete. That means everyone is just going to be working now on improving the performance. Still in 5th, but I hope with the weight stripping added on that we can actually be higher up in the bracket. That would be very nice, but we'll have to see. All right. We didn't get another sponsor offer, so I'm not going to take that. 400,000 is not good enough. So we'll probably pick Vamoose again and just hope that we can make something work. We have been for the last few races, so that would be nice. And with 40% chance of rain, that would be interesting if it does happen. Of course, we are going to need to fit our new gearbox. I don't think we did yet. Oh, we did, but we gave it to Volsky, so that's not the right order. So let's swap that around. Somehow that made you more happy. Okay. Interesting. Let's see, are all parts now good? Avio has all the best ones. I think he does. You do. Yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah, didn't really improve our car standing in any of these departments, but that's okay. We'll just make do with what we got, and hopefully we can get another good result. Beautiful Germany. Always like this map. Lots of trees, lots of forests. Let's see what we can get going then here. There's a farm right next to this track too. Interesting. You'd think this is more prime real estate with a track right next to it, but maybe not. Alright. As always, we take Tulipano and Farah, and we're gonna weight strip, of course. Everything to 80% basically. I don't mind 79, that's okay. As it does give us that little bit extra power that we can definitely use during a race like this. And of course the engine definitely needs that. We could go a little bit more on the engine just because it gives us so much more power, but I think since we're already in the top 3, I'm okay with just going to 80 and having sort of a safe race. 240 and 300 points. That is a big upgrade. Very nice. And let's see. I should probably have a setup somewhere. Loaded from Munich. Munich. There you go. Let's take that one. There you go. As always, we're gonna practice first on the softs. And just get the softest compound done. And then we'll have a look and see if we're going to do any other strategies. I mean, 32 laps is rather long, but potentially even I can make it work apparently. So we should definitely be able to then with Tulipano and Volsky. 16 to 18. Okay. We might try and do a one-stop. The only thing is the rain, of course, could make a one-stop. Immediately raining. I didn't even check that. But anyway, doesn't matter much. The rain for now is going to be so low that actually being on slicks is perfectly fine. This isn't too great. So we're definitely going to have to change up a little bit. 87% is okay, but we could definitely do better, I think. Probably take the handling a bit this way. Take the downforce a bit that way. I say a bit, but quite a bit actually, because we're only on okay. Let's try something like that. Speed balance can stay sort of where it is. Just gonna send them out on slicks once more. By the time they're in, we'll probably switch to the inters for a little bit, but nothing too much. Downforce, we definitely know where to go. Just gonna go like quite a bit that way. Speed balance obviously needs to be back where it was, and let's try the handling a little bit to the right. Maybe that does something for us. And out and in we go. And now we're definitely gonna have to go on some intermediates, of course, as it is gonna rain quite a bit. That is now great for Tulipano. Should be in the 90 somewhere, 94%, so that's good. Let's save that Munich for next time, and now we'll just send you out for longer. Probably do like 8 laps or so on the intermediates. You didn't get much better. Guess we could try and load that new setup that we got for Avia. I'm curious what that does while you're doing the same. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Munich. There you go. Curious what that does if we load the one for the second car. Could be interesting. Do a little test run and send you out. Yeah, that's lots of rain, so we'll just let him go for a little while. I'll bring him, well, actually we bring him in right now. That's probably better. Yeah, you're now great. So actually that's smart. If you already found a good setup with one driver, you just keep it with both of them. Definitely not gonna bring you in now, as I do believe both setups will be fine. And then probably in one lap we'll bring him in just so they can train a bit on the flicks. Do want softs to be at tier 3. Oh, actually, let's have a look. If we are gonna do a medium strategy with a one stop, then obviously we want our mediums to be tier 3. This rain sort of threw us for a loop here, because now we can't get both the tier 3. We can either do a 2-stop on softs or a 1-stop on mediums, just because it's gonna potentially rain with 40% chance. It's not a huge chance, but you know, about half of the time it will happen. I think what we're gonna do is just send them out on softs and just get that tier 3 bonus. At the very least, it'll help us on qualifying to have the soft bonus. So yeah, we're just gonna have to go with this, I think. Just get the tier 3, and at the very least we'll have the tier 3 race bonus. That's now actually, so let's bring him in again. And we'll send them out on qualifying, but still on the softs. So yeah, this has been a bit of a messy practice, but that is what it is. Thanks to the rain, we didn't really have a choice there. Same for you. I'll send you out on qualifying for as long as you can. And just on the softs. And out they go. Yeah, as soon as we have the softs at tier 3, we'll of course still practice a little bit on the mediums, but yeah. Unfortunately, thanks to the rain, we didn't really have a choice. What we're gonna do is bring Tulipano in. And just let Farah there get the remainder of the bonus that we need. There you go. Yeah, well, if we don't have the tier 3 bonus, you should be... Yeah, you're fine. We can bring you in now as well. If we don't have the tier 3 bonus on the mediums, which we won't, obviously, then I think we're probably just gonna have to pick the 2-stop on soft strategy, just because I don't think we'll be quick enough without the bonus. But we'll have a look. Depending on if we see rain or whatever else, then we might choose some different strategies regardless. For now, let's just keep it like this. We won't even get tier 2. And we also didn't get tier 3 on the qualifying, unfortunately. So yeah, the rain really threw us a bit for a loop. Problem is, if you send them out on slicks during rain, they won't even get much experience at all. Not even during for qualifying or race. So that was just a bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Soft and qualifying trim for as much speed as possible, of course. Doesn't look like there'll be rain at all, so that's perfectly fine. And let's send our guys out then. We're gonna just do as many runs as we can. Give each other a bit of a tow if you can. And as soon as they're out, I'm gonna put them on automatic. And there you go. That is the out lap. And now for the hot lap, let's see how they do. Of course, purpling, but that is because everyone else isn't really running yet. 122. That is rather quick if you look at the Sharp and Lipponen. But we're definitely a little bit off the pace. Let's see if we can do better by sending them out immediately again. We have a lot of softs to work with, so we definitely don't mind just running them into the ground. At most we'll need 3 fresh sets of tires, so it's perfectly fine. Looks like the Ferraris are very quick here. At least Schmidt is half a second quicker than us. That's unfortunate. Oh, we did just purple on the first sector. And then green after. Yeah, okay, so someone else is going quicker than us now. I guess the track grip really does matter, but in the end, didn't go too much quicker, unfortunately. Gonna wait a little bit and then send them out for the final lap with as much track grip as possible. And of course, on a fresh set of tires. Same for both of our guys. There you go. And let's see if we can one more time improve, hopefully. This is as much track grip as we're gonna have. So we should be able to cross the finish line. Oh, it was a little bit close, actually. If I waited a little bit longer there, we would have been screwed. But we are basically probably the last runners on the track. And let's see what we can do. We are improving our own time so far. That is green, double green. Lopano moves up 1 spot and Volsky moves up 1 spot. Okay, well, I'll take that. That is not bad at all. 5th and 8th. That should be pretty good for our race. And if some rain happens or whatever else, hopefully we can capitalize even more. But for now, 5th and 8th is not a bad position. I think with the weight stripping, we're just improving our car so much short term. Yeah, we're sort of even competing a little bit. That looks like rain immediately. Okay. Okay, so that's definitely intermediate. Looks to me like around lap 12 or so, maybe 11. We'll want to switch back to slicks. So that does make me think we probably just want to go for double soft. Obviously, it could start raining again, but that would be very late in the race. I think what we want to do, because if we need to go to slicks either way, around lap, let's say 11, then we can't make one set of mediums work afterwards. So I think what we want to do then anyway is just go for double soft. That's what we're going to be running most of the race then. Not going to take any of these other ones. I think that is probably the best strategy here. So that worked out quite decently, I'd say. We can definitely run these tires into the absolute ground. Because these should last us for what, like 17 laps or something? 17 to 19, yeah. So we only need them for about half the time. So we're definitely going to run them as hard as we can. It's going to be 19 degrees, so shouldn't have too much problem with keeping them cool. But for now, at least, we're going to run them on red for quite a while. And probably on orange for a lot of time afterwards. And let's hope we get a good start. Did not with Tulipano and a pretty average start with Volsky. So that is unfortunate. Basically, we immediately dropped down 2 spots there. And now we're fighting our own cars behind us. That is rather unfortunate. But it is what it is. Floridi ran wide. He's not all the way in the back. That's going to be rough for the Panther. And we're just up here trying to fight a little bit with Sharp and Lipponen. Flores actually went past Volhovsky. So they're actually doing quite well on this track. Oh, a very nice move there by Avio, who got an insane exit and overtook 5 people, I think, in one go. What a race move, Avio. What a move. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. I think what we want to do is conserve our fuel a little bit now. Still push it, of course, with orange, but mainly what we're going to be banking on is that our tire will actually keep us up there. That might be one of the best moves I've ever seen a driver make in this game. I think in that corner he just took like, what, 7 people out? No, 5 or 6? I don't know. He was an 8th, I think, or 7th. Wow. All right. Well, I'll be looking that one back when I'm editing the clip. Maybe I'll try and put like a little clip or something for you guys to see, like an instant replay. I don't know. I'm not very good at video editing, so I don't even know how to do that, to be honest. But I'll just try and like clip it or something. But yeah, that was an insane move by the Italian there, and that instantly made up for his poor start at the start of the race. I think we're just gonna run on red for quite a while longer because these tires apparently can just hold it. They don't seem to mind at all. The temperature after like 2.5 laps is still, yeah, it's high, but not like going up too quick. And it does really help us in keeping up with the front runners here, so definitely don't mind that. Let's just keep going for a little while. He's actually fighting Schmidt here. Probably because, yeah, we're the only ones actually running these tires as hard as we are, but, well, we know what's gonna happen with the rain dropping off, so we definitely don't mind. I'm gonna put it back to orange now, just because I don't want the tire to go, or the heat to go up too much. But I'm imagining on orange we shouldn't have too much trouble. Oh, we actually made the move. Very nice, Avio. Very, very nice. Alright, so, for now we're in first. Ooh, that's gonna be rain near the end. Okay, that might change everything for us, actually. We're gonna have to do some maths. We don't have to do it right now. I'm gonna need to pull back a little bit here on the heat on the tires. We're gonna have to do some math with how long we think we will be on the slicks. But I think we can make one set of mediums last till the rain at the end there, and then we just go on intermediates way for the end, because that's too many laps to not be on intermediates. Or even wets if it goes up very quickly, but doesn't look like it. I think around lap 25, 26 we'll be going to intermediates, I would assume. I think we should be able to make it with one set of mediums. So that does suck for our bonus, but it would save us a full pit stop, which would be very nice, obviously. No one is really running their tires too hard. I think since our heat is going down a little bit, let's start going orange mode again. Bring it up a little bit again and use the extra speed where possible. At some point we're going to, of course, have to gain back some of that fuel that we're using up right now. But, I mean, we're front running with 2.5 seconds to spare to the Ferrari. I mean, who would have thought? Yeah, so that's definitely going to be inters at the end there. So the longer we can make these intermediates work, yeah, we're going too hard through the tires now. Let's break them down a little bit, or let's just pull them down a little bit. Yeah, we're also definitely gonna have to pull back on the fuel now. Can't tell if we're like right below the mark now. I don't think we're losing tire wear that quickly, so this should be okay. We're very much gonna be already near the mark where soft or slicks are gonna be better. We're just gonna have to think, okay, what is gonna be the best strategy here? So let's wait till we've crossed the finish line, because we won't move right now. It's still gonna be wet for a little while. All right, 23 laps remaining. So we are now on, we've done 9 laps. Can we make it till lap 25? 26 maybe even? Probably 25 would be okay. That's probably when it's already going to start raining. We could probably get away with starting to use some intermediates. So how long do we need to make those mediums last then? At least 16 laps, which is definitely possible, right? Yeah, we've got 16 to 18 in these mediums. 15 to 17. I think probably next lap, if it dries up quick. No one else is pitting yet anyway, so that's kind of fine. Yeah, it's starting to dry off pretty quick. So I think what we're going to just do is probably bring them both in. We have enough of a gap to do a double stack here for sure. Let's push the tires again a little bit if we're going to bring them in anyway. Yeah. That is probably the best timing to go in. We're gonna have to make the choice right now. This is where the pit is. We've done 10 laps. We only need to make them last probably for 15 to 16, which is fine. So I think we're just going to bring them in now, as this should really be when the... Yeah, this is not going to be enough water anymore to not be on slicks. So it sucks for our bonus, but I think mediums are the way to go here. We're going to bring both our guys in. I don't want to sort of hedge our bets. I don't think there's any point in doing so. No mistake. So I could have aborted Wolfski's pit run if we really needed to. Luckily, we didn't need to. Probably not push our tires too much. Let's leave them on yellow here. Could have maybe made another lap work, but I just feel like we're going to be quicker on the slicks here. I mean, it's already drying up so quickly. Yeah, everyone else after us is now also starting to pit, but a lot of these people will still be on sort of not superior wet tires there, and I feel like we should be getting a lot quicker here. Yeah, everyone behind us is doing the same thing now. We are fighting a bit with Floridi here, but yeah, as you can see, we're gaining distance a little bit. Even though she's pushing the engine harder, so I think almost everyone else will be coming into the... No, they're still running on those inters. I think that's a mistake. I think that's a big mistake from Schmidt and Hamilton. I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe they're gonna try and make soft work all the way till the rain. I think that's ambitious, but I guess that's what they're trying to do. But for us, yeah, as you can see, we're really catching up quickly now to all the inter runners. Very, very quickly. We're 3 seconds off the pace there. That is very nice. Yeah, I think we're going to be coming out quite ahead of everyone. I think that was a good timing from us. Other teams definitely made a mistake not pitting earlier, I'd say. With those mediums, everyone should be able to last them till the next part of the rain. And now all of a sudden we're 9 seconds clear instead of 3 that we were before. So pitting earlier actually gave us 6 seconds. And it also put Wolfski now in 3rd place. That is very nice. Obviously, he's probably going to get overtaken, but basically this time gap now allows us to gain back all that fuel that we were using earlier. We did just get fastest lap as well, so that is very nice. Probably going to lose it again soon enough, but that's okay. Wolfski is still fighting. I do want to get all that fuel back, so I'm not going to... Yeah, lots of people now setting fastest times. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't want to use all our fuel up just yet. And we're also just going to have to wait with the tires. We do need to make them last for another like 10 laps, so I don't want to push them too hard. We should definitely be able to. I don't think that'll be a big problem, but like I said, I don't want to push too hard here and lose out by having the tires be too worn down already halfway in our stint. Let's just keep them here on yellow, get all our fuel back, and with 8 seconds of a gap, this is our race to lose now, basically. Let's hope we don't get any pit mistakes, because we are guaranteed to have to pit one more time. We're definitely going to go to inters, and we just have to get the timing right, basically, of when we go. Boris, meanwhile, yeah, he's still losing some spots. It definitely makes sense that he's losing spots to those soft runners. I'm doubtful that the soft runners will be able to make those softs last till the rain, to be honest, but what do I know? Maybe they've thought this out. Still an 8-second gap, so Tulipano is holding his own. Wolfski definitely dropping off, but it's sort of what we're expecting of him, to be honest. Even with superior strategy in the car that he's in, it makes sense that he's losing out a little. Now that we've finally evened out our fuel, let's start using up a little more again. Try and keep that gap as high as it can be. And I think they're gonna need to do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 6 or so laps till the rain, I'd say. I'm doubtful that those softs are gonna make that, but maybe they're just gonna go to inters very early, but even that should cost you quite a bit of pace, I suppose. Fastest lap again for Avio, very nice. Wolfski actually got fastest middle sector. He made a very nice move there and got back got one over Becker. Very good from him. Both our drivers stepping up. Actually, fastest lap for Wolfski. Well done. Alright, thanks to our fuel usage, we're actually gaining again on our gap to Schmidt, so that is very nice. And probably 4 more laps or so until the rain starts falling. Time tires should definitely last us. Volsky actually went over someone. Yeah, that's Fox who pitted, I think, or Lipponen. Why would you go to mediums? Have you seen the weather report? 3 laps from now, you're gonna have to switch off of those. I don't know what you're doing. Volsky meanwhile still battling Becker, that makes sense. Hamilton probably needs to come in. Oh, Lipponen was also on the softs, that's why. Yeah, and now Hamilton has to come in as well. Like I said, those softs were not gonna last them. That is a big mistake. Very, very big. That's gonna cost them heavily in the points. Hamilton already going to the mediums. Or the inters. He's gonna be so slow for like 3 laps. That is horrible timing from them. That's some Ferrari level pit wall calls right now, to be honest. Let's heat up your tires a little bit for both of you. I think they should be fine to last till the rain starts falling for sure now. I think we've sort of confirmed that. Lots of people now switching to the intermediates, but they're so slow. So slow. This is just horrible strategy from these teams. Whereas we are, well, managing just fine, to be honest. Rain should start falling rather soon, so that's probably 2 laps until we are gonna have to probably switch. Just gonna put them on yellow again just to be sure. Probably gonna conserve a bit of fuel again, as we're not really fighting too much right now. Volsky is fighting Becker, I suppose, but perfectly fine just waiting on that. We have till 5% on the mediums, so that is still quite a lot of percentage points left. And I think at most we're going to wait 1 more lap after this one. As you can see, the water is starting to drop from the skies. Rain is falling on the track, so we can probably just heat up. At least your tires we can definitely use up a bit more. Question is, are we already going to bring people in now or not? We're going to have to make that choice rather soon. As in 1 corner soon. There you go. Let's pause. Alright, so this is when we have to already make a call. I reckon we just switch, to be honest. Because that water is going to start dropping pretty quick, as you can... Well, it's not insanely quick, but... I think it's already almost at the point where intermediates are going to be just as good, if not better. And they'll also be fresher, these tires. So I think we're just going to bring both of our guys in. And parts are looking okay for now. Let's hope we get a good pit stop here. Perfect. Very nice. And for you, Volsky, hopefully you get a similar one. We can definitely start rushing down these tires again. Definitely don't need to be too stingy on that. Yeah, there you go. Let's get our fuel back and let's just work off of our tires here. Probably the person in second here didn't swap to inters yet. Yeah, that's Becker. He didn't swap. I guess that will be a good meter, sort of. I mean, Hamilton is already used up half his tires. Now Volsky is gonna have completely fresh tires to fight him off with. That's so good. Basically, we're gonna see now if we made the right call by going 1 lap earlier. Because Becker here is still on slicks. He does appear to be quicker still, so he might have actually gotten the better pit stop here. It'll very much depend. If Volsky comes out ahead of him, we've done fine. If he doesn't... Okay, well, Becker is actually going to be on track for another lap, apparently, on his slicks. That's interesting. I would not have chosen for that, but he did. That's going to cost him, for sure. So now Volsky is for sure going to come out of him. I think you could have made the call on waiting 1 more lap, but 2 more laps, that's insane. That is way too ambitious, I'd say. Tire temperature is actually going up pretty quick, so let's just take orange just so we don't hit our maximum heat too quickly. We're 11 seconds clear of Schmidt. He sort of chose the same strategy as us, so he's kind of doing fine, but we're still rather ahead, so I don't foresee many problems there, to be honest. We also have been building down our fuel again, so we definitely can run a little bit more aggressive if we need to. Becker, yeah, that was never going to work for you, buddy. You're now way behind. Volsky is really fighting, so let's give him a bit more of that fuel load. There you go, over to at least Lipponen, who's very slow now, of course. Lipponen also stayed out. That's just not smart at all. Since he's finished, I guess he's the equivalent of Bottas. Or Rosberg? Is Rosberg finished? I don't remember. I mean, it's from 2016, this game, right? So Bottas wasn't even with Mercedes yet, I suppose. Alright, 4 laps remaining. Right now, Tulipano is 10 seconds clear. Obviously, the rain isn't going to stop anymore, so we're just going to stay on these tires. Lipponen is now losing all of the points he was building. Obviously, he's going to need to come in the pits. Yep, there you go. Schmidt is 10 seconds still clear of us. I don't see him closing that gap. Bovsky is rather far behind Sharp, so he's obviously not going to be able to close that gap. But he's also like 4 seconds clear of Hamilton, who is already on older tires, so I definitely don't worry too much about that. Let's lose a little bit of your fuel here. We do want to bring the temperature of our tires down a little bit. Let's keep running as is. Suspension apparently has something wrong with it. Yeah, that is getting a little bit close. That's not too great, but I think we'll still be okay, hopefully. Let's keep a look out now for Volksky, because obviously, yeah, Sharp is actually losing time to us, so that's not going to be a problem as long as Tulipano doesn't crash, but that's not something we can influence anymore. So let's keep an eye now out for Volksky. He is the man that can still lose or gain some points depending on our strategy. So we'll probably go a little bit orange here again. For you, honestly, I don't really care too much. Let's just make sure Avio can just run out the race. That's makes me happy enough. I just want to make sure that Hamilton can't get to us. He shouldn't be able to, because he's on such old tires now that should not be a factor at all. He's probably not going to have to come into the pits because the inters will last till 0, but he should definitely not be able to get past us. But with the last lap remaining, I do want to conserve that fuel a little bit. And this should probably be fine. Okay. Oh, this is it. Whatever happens, happens now. We should be fine, I think. We still have 3 seconds. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Alright, let's watch Avio go across the finish line here. He almost actually went past Romeo, the back marker here. But that is another podium for Tulipano, and even better, a race win. Very nice result for him. Let's have a look now at Vovsky. Maximum result for him as well, I'd say. Don't think we could have done much better here with him. Obviously, he's quite far behind Sharp and Schmidt, but 4th is a very nice result. Good job, Boris. Sharp actually overtook Schmidt there at the end, which I think is very good for us. Sharp didn't do so well so far, so her taking points off of Schmidt, Hamilton, Surikov, whoever else that were actually challenging us a little bit in the driver's standings, that is very nice. On top of that, most teams actually didn't do too well in chasing us. I mean, Steinman definitely didn't do too well with Lipponen not getting any points. Rossini, they did alright. They got 3rd and 5th, which isn't too bad. I guess they're our main rivals now. And then you have the Panthers, who barely got points at all. Same for Van Dort Racing. So this was an insanely good race to build our lead off of. And yeah, we got a bit lucky with the rain, but we also chose some really good strategy, I think. In the end, I would have preferred to have the medium race bonus after all that. But yeah, we couldn't have known, of course, that it was going to rain at all. And definitely not that it was going to start raining near the end. I think that rain near the end is definitely what got us through there the most. I mean, we did change up our strategy smartly. We timed it better once the rain stopped falling after the first little bit of the race. I think we already had like a 10-second gap to 2nd back then, but that might have also been because of the last bit of rain. I don't know if the other teams saw that. Yeah, in the team standings, that should have been pretty good. In the driver standings, we're only 31 clear of Schmidt. So he got a pretty good result. Sharp definitely gained some points, but as of now, Avio is still in the driving seat. And we also built up a little bit more of our lead to the Rossini. Not as much as we'd hoped maybe, but, well, they're now our main contenders, to be honest. Like, the other teams aren't really up there yet at all. And we're 51 points clear of the Rossini, so that's not bad at all. Very nice. Didn't expect that going into the race. I thought so far in the races after we finally took the lead that it'd mainly be about trying to keep the lead and not lose too many points, but so far we've actually had the chance to even build our lead a little bit. That is not bad. And there you go. In first, expected result 5th, so that is obviously quite nice. And we're still not done building parts either, you know? We still have the suspension that can be a little bit better. And if it keeps going like this, we might even try and go all in and build a few engines or something with a legendary trait on purple to try and get like a really good legal engine still, or a legal gearbox or whatever else. But for now, with the weight stripping, this has been working remarkably well. I think we kind of have a top 3 car. And yeah, combine that with our superior strategy this race. That obviously was quite a comfortable win in the end. Very nice. Alright, well, that is 5 podiums in a row for Tulipano, and 3 of those were race wins. And that led obviously to some really nice results. Very much in the driver's seat for now. It is becoming more and more likely with every race that we can actually finish this challenge this season already, which would be really good pace. 7 seasons is rather short, I'd say, for this challenge. So that could be very nice. But let's see. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. There's, of course, lots of racing to be done. We're not even halfway through. But for now, I think this was a very good result. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I very much did. And I also hope to see you in the next one. Bye.